Hello, welcome to the kitchen and the series of In the Kitchen with Mrs. Jones. Some years ago, my husband and I had a long weekend in Vienna in Austria, and we went, I'd heard all about this famous hotel Sacher and its Sacher torte, which is absolutely delicious because during that long weekend I did sample it. And I thought today that we would show you how to make it. Well, not me. I'd like to introduce you to my friend who is Austrian and a qualified pastry chef. Who better to show us how it's made than the lovely Anna Maria Roche.
Hi Sheila, thank you for inviting me to
you're
do
welcome.
that tutorial.
You're welcome.
I think we're going to have a great time.
I hope so.
Well,
I hope
yeah.
so. I was just going to say that you run your own cake company in Australia.
Yes, I run my cake company in Australia, in Sydney, and I call myself Anna Maria Cake Design. But being born and bred in Austria, I think what better can I show you than Sacher torte?
Ooh. Let's do it
Yeah,
then.
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah. Oh, first of all, I just want to say a massive thank you for my apron, made by Anna Maria's own fair hands. I remember us at Cake International admiring this lovely fabric. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I thought a bit of a touch of pink and green because matches your navy blue.
Yeah, because
well there.
you know me, always wear navy blue. Yeah.
I know. No, it looks good.
Yeah. So you are a qualified pastry chef, as I said at the beginning.
Yeah.
Where did you do that? Where did you
Well,
train?
what I did, I did an apprenticeship as a chef in Austria because I couldn't find a place in a pastry kitchen or in a Konditorei, as we call that in German. So I did my chef apprenticeship and I specialized in pastry afterwards, working in very fine 5-star hotels. And the whole reason I came into cake decorating was because I saw this most beautiful cake in Switzerland in a nice hotel, English style wedding cake, and that led me to Australia.
Wow.
To learn it there. So, but I come back here to teach and visit families. So, and I still, I still in my heart I'm an Austrian, but I love Australia.
But when you stay with me, you're a really good cook because you also make lots of the cooking while you're here, and I love that.
I love cooking. Yeah, I love cooking. I love baking.
Yeah, good. So let's get started then. How do you make
absolutely.
this exciting
So
dish?
the first thing we do, like usual, I have to prepare the oven because you want the oven to be on.
Okay.
So at 180 degrees.
Yeah. If you
All right, cool.
180, as they say in darts. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So
Okay.
because we want the oven to be reheating before we start. So the next step is we have to prepare the tin. So what I have done here, I cut myself a little paper. When I did this at home when I was a little child with my mum, we obviously used, we have spring forms at home, but this is a little bit different, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna brush the sides of the tin with a little butter.
So do you
All
think
the
that
way
makes a difference rather than putting a rim or ring of the baking parchment around it?
For Sacher torte, I like to grease my side of the tin. They also sometimes dust some flour on it, but I just usually do a little bit of butter on the side.
Okay.
And what I do on the bottom with this particular thing, even with the spring form, I would do the same.
Right,
So
okay.
I brush a bit of butter. If you have the spray, the oil spray, that'll be fine as well.
Okay.
And then I have a bit of paper here, which I put on top. And I'm gonna
Oh, clever.
line the base with paper because that makes it a bit more easy. It doesn't have to be baking paper. It could also be normal greaseproof paper, but
Yeah.
this will do.
We have a company in UK that you can buy all these pre-cut, the circles pre-cut.
But that's fine. But if they don't reach right to the edge,
Yeah.
then you might have a problem. So I think it's just safe to do it that way. It's just a wee bit extra work.
Okay.
Really, so it should be fine.
That's a work of art in itself, that.
Well, you know. So now that's
Ooh,
nicely
lovely.
lined. So I just press the paper down. Make sure it's nice on everywhere. And then we just pop it in this tin.
Okay.
I've never used such a cake tin, so it's 23 centimeters. Is that correct?
Yeah.
9 inches or
Yeah,
something.
well, that
Yeah.
one I think's, I think that's about right, yeah.
Well, the finished cake is not very high at all. Like, it's quite low. It's only 2 inches, 2.5 inches at the max. Because it's an afternoon tea cake and you don't really
Right, okay.
want to have too much. So what I have here is, I have my little cheat papers here.
That's me.
Everything. I got 125 grams of sugar, but I'm sure you provide the recipe anyway.
Yeah, we'll
It's
give you
the-
that. We'll
yeah.
give everybody the recipe at the end.
Yeah, 125 grams of sugar and the same amount of butter. And everything has to be room temperature. It's just for a successful cake, that's what you want to do. And I just add probably a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla here.
Oh, I love that vanilla. Really, it's
Yeah,
really good quality.
It smells wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
how nice is that?
yeah.
Back home when I was a little girl, we used to have vanilla sugar and baking powder in little sachets.
Oh, right.
And I collected all the sachets because they have recipes at the back. And I made a little recipe booklet, and believe it or not, I still have those booklets. And they
Oh.
have nice recipes in there.
Yeah, uh-huh.
With all, and the booklets smell of vanilla, correct? So what we're gonna do here, it's a lovely mixer.
Oh, I love it too, yeah.
It looks good. So while this is creaming, we cream the butter and the sugar till it's white and fluffy. I have to melt my chocolate, which we have 155 grams.
Okay,
In the microwave here.
okay.
So I put it on the highest setting, and I probably put it at the
No, that's right, yeah.
1 minute, let's say 1 minute 30 to start off.
And
this.
press start,
And
yeah.
let's have a look.
Okay.
While this is creaming, so yeah, it's good. It's not very noisy either. Not chocolate, so I'm not sure if it's not good enough. Let's just have a look. So it just takes a little bit longer, but that's all right. We put it in again. Maybe for another 30 seconds, I would say.
That's
40 seconds it is, but that should be fine. While this is melting, I'm going to add my eggs. So what I need is 5 egg whites and 6 egg yolks. And I put them in separate bowls.
Are you using our large eggs there? Because remember we got eggs the other day, yeah.
Well, that was a bit confusing when we went shopping with Sheila. That in this country they have no weight on the eggs written. I found that very strange, so I had to weigh. So these were 65 grams eggs, I think. Was it
Right,
65
yeah,
grams? Yeah. So we need, I found that strange.
So are you weighing them with, obviously to start with, you're weighing them with the shell on, are you?
Well, normally I don't weigh them because the weight is written on the box.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
But it's large eggs we need for the recipe.
Okay, shall I take the chocolate out?
Please, that would be lovely. Do you want to check if it's ready?
Yep. Thank you. Well, I'll come round and just stand here. So, that looks melted to me.
That looks wonderful.
Yeah. So this chocolate, I'll come round the other side now. This chocolate, are you using a particular, I know you said chocolate to me, but what type of chocolate is that? Is that a dark chocolate?
Yeah, it's a dark chocolate. Your shop here is very fancy because we're using the best of the best, which is Caligo. Just put that here now. But you can use normal cooking chocolate at home. Like
Right.
when I was a little girl, my mom used to just buy normal cooking chocolate.
Right,
It was
okay.
fine. So we got here our 5 egg whites and our 6 egg yolks. So what we want to do, we just slowly add an egg yolk at a time. Like you need to gradually add it, otherwise it will split.
Okay,
Smells good, doesn't it?
it does, doesn't it? So at this stage, when you start adding larger volume of egg,
Yeah.
my mum taught me to add a teaspoon of flour to stop the curdling.
I do that sometimes when I make a butter cake method, because then you add the whole eggs.
Right.
That is a very valid point.
Okay.
20% of flour, quite often we add.
Okay,
But for this method of creaming, just with egg yolk, it won't split that easily. But what I will do is, I will just clean my whisk. This machine has got a really nice, the whisk that touches the sides, so
Yeah.
nothing gets ever stuck, but
that
it does
is
get
called
stuck in the middle.
Kenwood. Oh, I love this. I love it, love it, love it. This is called, in the Kenwood book, it's called a creaming beater. And of
Oh,
course
right.
it scrapes down the sides as you're working.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, no, if you... That's it now.
Ah,
There we go.
perfect. It's just very gentle.
Yeah.
I once used a mixer and I thought it was very gentle, but the dials were the other way around, so I turned it this way thinking it's 1, but it was 9, and guess what? Woof, I was covered in flour. That was so
I think
bad.
we've all been at that game at
Yeah,
some
I know.
point. Yeah.
It was really bad. So it's lovely and creamy. Let's add an egg at a time.
It's nice using free-range eggs as well
Yeah.
because they're very yellow and
Yeah,
they just feel very
absolutely.
fresh.
Looking good.
It is.
No, you can't smell anything.
You can.
You just smell eggs and butter and the vanilla. So we are almost there. This reminds me of my childhood.
Oh, does
Making
it?
cake with mum.
Are you not saying I'm your mother? Or old enough to be your mother?
No, we are just friends. So the last egg is about to come.
Yeah.
Just out.
So you didn't whip, you didn't lightly beat these eggs to break them,
No,
yeah?
I don't do that.
Because that's something else my mother taught me, that you
But
lightly
again,
broke
if you do
them.
it for a proper butter cake where you got lots of liquid adding to the
Yeah,
butter, that
Yeah, of course this is a
This-
soccer top, so
yeah.
the texture is slightly different, isn't it?
Yeah, because we add a marrying later. So that's now mixing nicely. I'll just do it for, yeah, it looks good anyway.
Okay, we'll
No, I'm just gonna put
we'll just let that mix for a bit and then we'll come back.
yeah. Alright, so the creaming of the butter, sugar and egg looks good now. So the next step is going to be to add the chocolates, the melted chocolate. So the reason I melted it before, because I wanted it to be not too hot, obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's going to...
Oh yeah, so you've melted it and then with as
It's a
the
bit cool
process
now.
of doing this,
I
you've...
just have to, can you hold that for 1 sec? I just don't want to mess it up here.
Oh, I see. Right, okay.
So...
Yeah, so it's cooled, although it's melted, it's cooled down now, so
Yeah, it's like blood temperature.
yeah.
So let's just scrape it in. Now it's going to smell beautiful. So I like
Oh,
it.
lovely.
Shouldn't waste any chocolate. Well, guess what? When I was a little girl, what happened? All these spatulas. We used to fight. Who's getting the spatula now?
Yeah, so did we.
Well, in my country, you know, we eat sweets even for a main course on a Friday. So it's
Whoa!
certainly
So you would
very
eat this on a...
not necessarily this, but we got certain dishes that,
Oh, right,
that are eaten as main course. So it's going to be a bit noisy again now. Let's just mix the chocolate in here.
Okay, and then...
So that's good for now. Let's keep that on the side. Do you want to clean that scraper for me? while
Yeah,
I
the
prepare
scraper,
next?
yeah.
Yeah, you can use that palette.
Okay.
knife. So the next step is our egg whites. So I got my 5 egg whites here. And obviously I have another bowl because that would have to be very, very clean. So we whip it nicely. Where's the whisk? Here's the whisk. I like that machine, Sheila.
Yeah, it's really good.
So yeah, that looks good. Yeah, you can just mix it up if you
Yeah.
don't mind.
Oh, you don't need this again then.
Oh, you can leave it.
I think that's one for the camera boys.
Oh, you couldn't leave it. No, it's okay. So what I have here is my 5 egg whites and 100 grams of caster sugar. And I'm gonna put a pinch of salt here as well, because every cake needs a bit of salt to bring the flavors out. So we're gonna have to whip that to soft peak consistency. So now I have my egg white here, and I wanna whip it to soft peak consistency. So I'm gonna whip it a little bit till it becomes white, and then slowly add the sugar. So let's have it a little bit longer. Sugar a little bit at a time. And we want this to be soft peak consistency. So that looks good. Let's have a look.
Lovely, jubbly.
So if you whip it too much, it's not the best because you can just get all this too easily. So we got that here, and then next step, almost there, Miss Sheila.
Ooh.
Exciting. So next step is, I have my flour here, which is 125 grams. And we need to sift the flour. Just plain flour, because in Austria, there's no such thing as self-raising flour. But you must sift it all the time.
Yeah.
Because there could be lumps, and it's just falls easier
Yeah.
through the cake.
See, I would sift it straight into the bowl.
No, I don't like that. But
Okay.
I need your assistance now.
Ooh!
Ooh. Not just a pretty face here, my dear. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna add a wee bit of my meringue. So just a tiny little bit, probably like 2 little scoops, and I'm just gonna fold that through. So when I say fold through, I'm actually using a spatula, not a whisk.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we're knocking down all the beautiful meringue, and the cake won't rise properly.
Smelling
So
lovely.
I would like you to
If I come round this side.
No, you can stay there.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Take this wonderful piece of paper and gently let the flour go in.
Woohoo!
Yeah, perfect. I have to tip it all here. Gee.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so big.
I know this
I'm
island
as
was
tall
made
as you
for
now.
me.
It was made for you, I can see that.
Selfishly.
You can go a bit faster if you want.
All right, okay. So what would you do if I wasn't here then, doing this?
Well, I would just do the same thing, but it takes longer. No, I'll take a little bit at a time and mix it through. All right, now the flour is almost, how much more you got there?
I don't know, you measured it.
Oh my goodness, Lord.
Nearly there.
All right.
Okay.
All right, that's it. So I'm gonna fold it through nicely. Like we could do half meringue and then do flour again, but I prefer it this way.
Right,
So I add
okay.
a bit of meringue and then the flour, and then I add the rest of the meringue. So that's mixed through. So now let's take the meringue.
Oh, that looks really nice, yeah.
When I was little, I used to lick that spoon too, and it
Did
used to
you?
taste horrible without sugar. Ooh. But this got sugar. This would taste
Yeah.
quite nice. I think I'm born with the cooking spoon in my mouth, you know. Just love sweets. So let's fold it through nicely.
That
Smell
does
really
look good, yeah.
Well, are we allowed to lick the spoon in front of the camera here?
Oh, go on.
No, you can. No. We wait for the finished cake.
Yeah.
So some recipes have cocoa powder in as well to make it a bit darker.
Do you want to show the camera what actually that
Yeah, hang on
looks
a
like?
second.
Yeah. Ooh.
They're gonna see it in a minute because we're gonna pour it in the tin. But the camera can see. Hello. Looking good, doesn't it? So we're gonna prepare tin. This glass bowl. Ooh.
It's quite heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's sturdy.
So it's very heavy.
And that's a good pouring, not, you know, this piece at the end, jog bit.
Well, the only thing I miss, I like to have a little card, like the plastic cards pastry chefs have. Which
Oh, right.
next time I come for a visit, I must bring you one because
Right,
that would
okay.
make life a bit easier. But you do with what we have, right?
Yeah. That spatula is, I bought that. I did a day's cooking with one of Scotland's celebrity chefs called
dear.
Nick Nairn. And it's actually been one of my most useful gadgets. I think I need a new one, Nick.
So let's just scrape this off. And then we just level it a little bit out. So some people, they make the cake go up the side. When
Yeah.
it's a cake like this for a rising, but I like to, it probably will rise a little bit higher in the middle, but that's all right. I'll show you the trick how to fix it later. So now, thank you. Can't touch the fancy oven with dirty cooking hands here.
Yes, keep it clean.
So the oven is reached its temperature, and we're gonna bake that for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
So you can set the timer here, or we can.
No, that's fine. We'll know that.
Okay,
Yeah, I
45
can set the
minutes.
timer, but we'll know 45
All right,
minutes.
cool.
Okay, so cup of tea for us.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
All right.